How's it going, everybody? It is Brandon, also known as Mothman, on behalf of Run It Back here with BCJ. Congratulations on the huge opening victory against XERXIA.
Thank you so much, man. Glad to be here.
Awesome. We'll just get right into the action, then speak on that. Super close victory on Fracture. Obviously, these are the best teams in the world here at Champions, but they don't really have the best track record on that map. Did they kind of surprise you by keeping things so tight throughout?
Yeah, I mean, it's always something new when you come to an international event. It's so different than even just the play styles, the players, what they like to do, what strats they like to run. And obviously, we saw Phoenix, so that's something that threw a curveball, no pun intended, quite literally on our strategy. But yeah, I mean, we're super adaptable. You can see that in both maps. We've never played against an Astra on Icebox. We've never played against a Phoenix on Fracture, and we ended up still winning the series. So it just goes a long way to show how deep our strategy pool is, or our strategy can go. And yeah, I think that's to credit to the coaching staff and the IGLs, the leaders of this team.
Okay, well, we saw a lot of kind of close, kind of crazy, kind of unexpected moments throughout the whole series. On Fracture, we saw XERXIA kind of stay alive late in the game with Cruz jumping off the defuse, take down Cryo to win the 1v1. Kind of a similar situation in the last round. Always the notion of pros don't fake, right? So, what was going through your head kind of after the first barrage of shots you sent through the wall didn't result in a kill there? Were you able to stay calm? Did you get kind of frantic? Let's hear it.
I like to say I'm pretty calm in those moments, but definitely nervous. I thought I would kill him for sure, so I thought he was off of it, honestly. But he couldn't have been off because he wasn't swinging me, so I just ended up full go, and I was like, forget this. I'm gonna take this guy down, and thankfully we ended up stopping him before the defuse. But yeah, I was definitely more nervous after the fact, intense after the fact. Weirdly enough, after winning, I felt more tense. But yeah, that's just kind of the player I am. When I'm in the server, I feel almost a little too calm at times, and I try to amp myself up. But keeping your comms level and effective is key, and I think that goes hand in hand with your emotion during the game. So, trying to balance those two things is key in every game you play.
For sure. Well, on to Icebox now. Another crazy composition from Xerxia. What was your team's reaction to seeing the agents, especially Yoru, and then kind of realizing how annoying it would be after that first round fake?
Yeah, like I said in the post-game interview, we just kind of laugh about it. Like the guys TPing in our spawn, faking the bomb solo, TPing A, like it's gonna happen. Like they're gonna do wacky stuff to try to get some round wins, and it did get them some wins. You know what I mean? You got to give them the credit where credit's due, and thankfully we're just so adaptable that we were able to pick it up, stop him on a few of those 2P plays. He TP'd into Snowman one round, and we took him out. So just yeah, adapting and just being super adaptable on the fly is key, especially playing weirdo comps like that.
Okay, and a lot of the pistol rounds didn't really go in your guys' favor during that series. Second half of Icebox comes, you win your first pistol round of the series, and we hear you cheering about it on stream. I'd kind of like to know your thoughts on how the momentum can change by winning those rounds, or even kind of how you bounce back when they don't go in your favor.
Yeah, I think it can be very difficult to bounce back from those things, and that's been our focus the entire boot camp and just international play in general. Is when we're into these games, we need to uplift each other. We need to stay positive and keep the communication rolling. And yeah, you could see it. I mean, no round, no matter we got ecoed, we got shortied. We're literally laughing after we got shortied. Like I think that just goes a long way. Some teams would be like really pissed. They might scream or rage or whatever. But we're literally just living the moment, having fun with the game, and you can see that from our comms and just our emotions throughout the match.
Okay, well, another outlier I want to touch on in this specific series. So many thrifty rounds between the two teams. Just kind of an open-ended question here. How do you make those thrifty rounds work in your favor when going up against better weaponry?
Yeah, it's so hard to say. I think it's very hard to say in this matchup, particularly because they're playing such a chaotic style. A lot of these rounds can swing either way. They're playing Yoru, they're playing Phoenix, they're getting in our face, doing things that NA doesn't really do. So it's too hard to tell day one, our minutes after the match is concluded. But we'll go back to the tape and we'll figure out what worked and what didn't. So that's going to be our focus.
Okay, well, it was clearly, hard fought, kind of maybe frustrating, unexpected battle, in every single round of the series at times. You kind of mentioned how you feel after the fact, so I just want to know, are you more happy that you won, or are you more happy that it's just finally over?
A little bit of both, if I'm, being completely honest. A little bit of both, always. it's just good to get that first international win, man. It feels so different than being at your house, just being on stage with your boys and, winning that first match. It's going to go a long way into our run. I think a lot of these teams are very streaky, and if we can keep our streak going, I think it's going to be key to our success in this tournament.
Okay, well, you mentioned it. Huge first international victory for XSET here. I just kind of want to know what you guys learned from the fast exit at Masters Copenhagen that prepared you for Champions.
Yeah, I think that goes credit to our coaching staff again and our leaders, the team, Aaron and Duff. I think, we came up with a few plans that we're just going to focus on in practice. We can't mimic what it's like to be on stage, but we can focus on a few things. And I think just, the plan that we made this time and just the practice that we got, boot camping in Poland was huge for us. All these things combined came to us being the best versions of ourselves. And, that's just the classic XSET thing. We're up on an upward trend the entire year. We ended up bombing out at Copenhagen, but we qualified for champs, and we're here, and we're still going up. We're winning matches. So it's hard to say if it was one thing, but I think I dedicate a lot of that to the coaching staff and the leaders. Again, I mean, it's key.
Okay, and last question for you. What are some positive things you'll take from this first land victory, into your next Champions match? What do you feel just went right for you guys?
Man, I think it was just our communication and our energy. We bring that energy and level of comms to every game. I don't see how any team can beat us personally. Even though these games were close, we're so adaptable. We're so aware of what they're doing and kind of reading the situation, and we still won the series. You know what I mean? We could have easily lost those close games. We could have won a few more rounds here and there, and obviously we're going to work on that and fine tune it. But yeah, I'm super excited that we showed the best version of ourselves out there when the pressure was probably the highest for some of our guys on the team. And yeah, we deal with adversity super well, and I'm super excited to keep pushing. Get to the next game, see where we can go from there.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for your time. Again, congratulations on the win, and good luck in the rest of the tournament here at Champions.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Take care.